Tuesday, what is today? February the 10th. It's 11 a.m. We are in the Golden Court Community Room. Agenda adoption and changes. We do have several changes. We will move the quarterly reports under Executive Director Report Financials. We will address that first because we have our fee accountant who's going to walk us through it. The second thing is Pamela Rogers is unable to be here today, so we have to move things around. And then we'll follow the agenda down. The approval of the minutes will be for October 28th and November 18th minutes. The warrant reports will be October and November and December. Warrant reports will catch January's next meeting. Under property management, subcategory Roman numeral 3, we will also be voting and signing the property insurance agreement. So we just add that piece. On the facilities, on number 3, the certificate of completion, final completion. Remind us again, Pam, what there was a change in there. We have another document.
It's the same document.
Okay.
It just goes along with the documents you have.
Okay, great. So we'll be signing final completion documents. Let's see. Under Commissioners' discussion, number 5A, management agreement contract, we will not be voting on that. You all got the email for the reason why. And we have received the copies of the management agreement contract for our review, but we will be having discussions, just not today, because Pamela can't be here. And then we'll vote on it in July, is the first that EOHLC wanted us to vote, or when they want us to vote. Under future meetings, under Commissioners' discussion, number B, future meetings, we need to add July 28th is also scheduled, just for your reminder and for your planning. All right. So if you could call Michael Kane, we'll get on with these quarterly reports. They are under financials in your binder. And we will be voting and signing that, I think. Right? Do we sign that or just Pamela?
For
The quarterly reports.
I think you just vote on them.
Okay, great.
Hey, Pam.
Hi, Michael. You are on speakerphone with the Hadley Board of Commissioners.
Hi, who's there? Rich, Sue, and Marie?
Yes.
Good morning.
Hi.
Okay,
Hey,
so
everyone.
hope you're staying warm. Looks like it's warming
I
up.
hope so too. I got my space heater on to warm up my feet under here.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we would like you, because we're not in accountants and we don't have training. We usually, Pamela walks us through that, but she can't be here today. She walks us through the quarterly reports. So I'm going to ask you to please walk us through the quarterly report.
Absolutely. All right, let's start with the treasurer's report, okay?
Perfect.
All right, so treasurer's report, obviously total cash was $319,627.25. That's obviously really no change from last month, November.
Now which one are you on? Because we've got,
I think we're doing the quarterly read, so I'm looking at December.
oh, okay, so the treasurer's report is separate for us, just for title purposes. So we're looking at the quarterly operating statement report that we have.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, the biggest thing that I can say to the, obviously, to have the board entirely is we closed the books as of, obviously, December.
Yeah?
And everything looked really good because, based on our estimated calculation of reserve percentage, at the end of December, we have an estimated reserve of 75%.
That's
Our budgeted
brilliant.
figure- Yeah, our budgeted figure is 74%.
We're doing good.
Right, you got it. So I'm obviously through a couple months here, we're obviously right on target versus budget versus actual. All right?
Yeah.
One thing to note on the quarterly, whenever we close the books, and the biggest thing is obviously when we close the books at year end, is really how much does EOHLC owe us, or do we owe them for subsidy? And at the close of the books for December, there's obviously timing differences when subsidy comes in, and we had a overpayment of subsidy of about $93,000.
Yeah.
At the close of December. So just please note, I always mention to the board members, right, is that if we have if we got an advance from EOHLC, right, that we haven't earned yet, when you look at that cash balance, if we have, let's say, $90,000 of subsidy overpaid by EOHLC, technically the cash balance would be whatever's on the treasurer's report less than $90,000, right? Because realistically, they advanced us too much so far.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. To me, how you, Rich?
Okay.
Sue?
Rich?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, we're following you so far.
Great. So yeah, I mean, that's really the gist of the quarterly Decembers. Now, obviously, I'm going to look at the treasurer's report and just go into details of the tenant receivables. For the 667 program, which is the elderly, we only have a receivable balance of $3,580 outstanding. At the end of December, we had one vacant unit. I'm not sure if Pam knows why that unit's vacant, but I'm assuming Pamela does, and unfortunately she's not there.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's just vacant.
Great. Yep, okay, so then 705, same thing, our receivable balance went up a little bit, 15,295.14, and it looks like there's 4 vacant units on the 705 family project.
Yeah.
And then Reese, it looks like in December, whether you guys approved it in November or before, we had a small write-off of a vacant tenant balance that we won't recuperate for $444.
Yeah.
The laundry receipts was $287.50 for the month. The laundry balance now stands at $2,994.18. And then the bottom section is just really mod stuff, which is the timing difference between when mod money comes in for capital projects versus when Hadley cuts the check to those vendors.
Exactly.
What else? I mean, the big thing really highlighted in December is we're right on target with projections for budgets versus actuals on that operating reserve, which is a great thing to see.
That's our primary indicator of health, is always the reserves.
You got it. And Reese, I don't know if you have the sheet, and Rich too, maybe you guys can pull it out. Is the sheet that we give the monthly packet where it's the monthly income/expense breakdown?
Yeah.
Yes, we
And
have
then
it.
we always, in that bottom right-hand corner, we have the thing called estimate reserve, right? And you'll see it, we have $163,115, the dollar value. And
Well-
right next to it is 75%.
Now, see, this is from the board's perspective, this is the kind of reserves we need to have going into a capital project that they're fraught with overruns, right? So we need that backup money to complete the door project just in cases things don't go to plan, which happens almost every time. So we're very grateful.
There's always overrun.
There always is. So we are healthy going into the door project. They're coming out to measure on Thursday, the what? I can't remember now, the 12th or something. They're coming out to measure, the
Coming up
company
very
is,
shortly, yeah.
the contractor. And then the door project will start by the end of April, because they have to fabricate all these things. And we're gonna need healthy reserves just in cases, you know?
Absolutely. And like I said, that's a really nice, healthy reserve. And like the optimist has stressed it again, the most important thing that I see so far is we're right on target of where we should be for this fiscal year already through December.
Absolutely. Okay, Rich, do you have any more questions for Michael before he takes off?
I have nothing, no, thank you, Mike.
Sue, do you have? do you have any more questions?
Not for me.
Well, my questions have been answered. Thank you for walking us through it, and have a wonderful
You're
day.
welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, everybody. And if something else comes up during the board meeting, just have Sam call me back.
Okey doke, thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye.
Stay warm. Bye.
Staying warm is essential, but we are warming up the weather.
We are.
Okay, so now we'll go back to our agenda order. And we've already essentially done the treasurer's report,
Okay,
so.
there's a updated, that's,
Oh, God bless you,
Updated.
okay. Well, I've already got notes all over the old agenda, but, okay. So, we've already essentially covered topics not reasonably anticipated, but is there anything else? Sue, do you have anything?
Nothing, thank you.
I have nothing, Rich has nothing, okay. Approval of minutes, if you'll turn to the minutes section, and we'll first work with October 28th. Does anyone have anything? Sue? Do you have any additions, corrections, etc.?
You're looking at the whole report, not just page one, okay? I'm wondering, can we ask as far as getting where it talks on the second page of this report about folks getting covers for their air conditioners, where are we in relation to this?
We can't discuss that today.
Okay, 'cause
Okay,
Dave's
we're
not here.
only doing
Right.
corrections,
Well, that's what I
etc.
was
to the,
wondering.
yeah. That would be a topic for future items.
Okay.
Yeah. Rich?
No, I'm good with it.
Okay, on page 2 of October 28th, down where it says, Richard Whitcutt's made a motion, et cetera, it says where Hadley does their banking. And I looked at that, thought, why are we doing banking for the town, the same place town of Hadley does? Could we just, could we just say or vote on that we want it to say Hadley Housing Authority? Because it's not clear in the minutes, it can be in parens. If nobody actually said the words Hadley Housing Authority, but we have to vote on that change, so can I get a
Need
motion?
I'll make the motion, we change it to Hadley Housing Authority.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? Call for the vote, Rich?
Yes.
I'm a yes?
Yes.
Yes, okay, duly noted, then it's voted to change that wording on page 2. Do you have it noted in the
Yeah.
proper place, Pam? Okay, that it would say Hadley Housing Authority, and the Housing Authority can be in parens. Okay. Just a second, page 2. I've got to write that in. Okay, now let's move on to November 18th minutes. Any additions or corrections noted?
I would like to know if, when they talk about installing a new boiler, is it being a board member, or are we allowed to know what building the boiler was?
Sue, is this, do you have any additions or corrections to the
That's why I'm saying,
minutes?
this is a correction. Do you think we should add what building number the boiler was put in, so we'll be more aware when it says 3 boilers went in at Hadley Housing Authority? Do you think knowing the buildings, we can keep track of where
I
the new
can check
boiler?
with Pamela.
Right,
Okay,
that's something I would like to see.
but I think it
I can
was
go through the
said,
meetings and see if it was done.
I think it was said during the meeting. I am not gonna bring that to a vote because it's just something, maybe you can call or email Pamela and ask her, because it's, okay. So, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion, we approve the minutes of the November 18th, 2025 meeting.
Sue, you want a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. Rich?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Sue?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, so I'll move down to unit vacancy report. There's no vote on this item, it's just for
The
our,
warrant. Are we doing the warrant?
oh
report?
gosh. Thank you for keeping me straight, ma'am. Okay, so financials, the warrant reports, these are votable. We have 3 warrant reports, October, November, and December. And let me get to those. So, we're looking at October 1st to October 31st. And it's 4 pages. Does anybody have any question on the warrant report for October 1st through the 31st?
I mentioned in another meeting that I would like to see the management fees and salaries in a separate line than the postage, the Verizon, and the supplies, because I don't see how we can link them up together. It's a totally different category.
Yeah, this is, it's an invoice that is paid to Amherst Housing Authority. So what they're listing is all the components that are in that invoice, but we don't see it on the warrant report separated out, because we're not looking at invoices. On the invoices, it is separated out. But you could ask that.
We brought it up in a previous.
Yes, we did. You could ask that, that the invoice for Amherst Housing Authority be attached to the warrant report, and then your question would be answered. You know, we would have every meeting, we would have a breakdown. So
Invoice attached to the warrant, okay.
yeah, so, it's not listed on the agenda that we're gonna discuss that, but it is listed that we're discussing warrant reports. So we're only looking at the warrant report, and the holdup for approving it might be that you wanna see, or the board wants to see, an invoice for Amherst Housing Authority so that, attached to every warrant report, so that we can
Right.
see the breakdown.
Exactly.
I think that's legit. Rich, what do you think?
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as to the warrant report for October 1st to October 31st, can I get a motion
I'll make the motion. We'll accept the report.
to vote on the report for October 1st to October 31st?
Correct, yeah.
Sue?
I'll second.
Call for discussion, any further?
No discussion.
Rich?
Yes.
Then the only thing I will add to discussion is that we add on a vote to have all management agreements, not management agreement, all invoices from Amherst Housing Authority be attached to our warrant reports. Okay. So we will have to actually vote on that to direct Pamela to do that, okay?
Sure.
So I will call for the vote on the warrant report for October.
Yes.
Rich is a yes,
Yes.
I'm a yes, and Sue is a yes, so 3-0. And then, before we forget, Can I get a motion to include the Amherst Housing Authority invoice on every warrant report?
No, make
That
that
we are-
motion, what you just said.
Okay. Well, I'll just make the motion then.
Yeah.
That going forward, because we can't do it for the October, November, December warrant reports, but going forward, we are directing Pamela to include the Amherst Housing Authority invoice on every warrant report that includes monies paid to Amherst Housing Authority. Is that acceptable? You like that? Okay, can I get any further discussion about that? Does that include everything you were saying?
Everything I'm saying, yeah.
Okay, so I'll call for the vote.
Yeah, I'll say yes.
I'll say yes, you
Yes.
say yes, okay. So it's 3-0 duly carried, so from here on out, we direct Pamela to include the Amherst Housing Authority invoice on every warrant report where Amherst Housing Authority is being paid. Okay, so the next one is the warrant report for November. It is 6 pages long, so let's quickly double check. All I can say is shower conversions are expensive.
Ooh, God.
Mm-mm-mm. Was that was a roll-in? I mean, you know, like a walk-in shower, not a cutaway?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But necessary. People really have trouble with getting into the shower. We need to make it easy. All right, does anybody have any more questions or have, oh, wait a minute, I need a motion. Rick?
Yeah, I'll make the motion, we accept the warrant report for, no, 11?
Yeah,
11
November.
one?
All right. Can I get a second, Ms. Sue?
I have a few questions.
Sue, I need a motion before we discuss. Sue?
Yes,
No, a motion.
a motion, yes.
A second.
A second,
You
yes.
second. Okay, now I'll call for discussion. Ms. Sue?
I'm on page 4 of 6, dated 11/26/25 and 11/21/25, they're right beside each other. Additional billing for FY 2025, $60,268.40. What is,
What's?
give me a
who's
more
the,
clarification of what?
Who gets the money? Who was paid?
That was the additional money that was paid to Amherst Housing Authority.
Oh. We had that, do you remember when Michael Kane, our fee accountant, came
Yes,
in
right.
November?
Mhm.
He walked us through that and why. So we had that explained to us that was gonna happen in November. Michael King came and explained the
I
whole
didn't
thing when he
remember
did
that figure though, okay?
Well, look on the minutes for November, and the explanation is in the minutes.
Okay. And the second one is, 11/20, page 5 of 6. It says Hodgkins Landscape Company. Is that a new landscape company? I mean, I don't remember seeing that name before doing our
Okay.
cleanup.
Okay, so what that is, when we had an outside lawn company, I can't even remember who it was, but you probably do, because
Right, I'm trying to remember.
It doesn't matter.
Amasta.
We're not gonna
Right.
even mention their name.
Right.
But they were doing the leaf cleanup as part of their contract with Hadley Housing Authority. But then when Amherst Housing Authority said, let's do some cost saving here and we'll provide all of the mowing and trimming, etc. The thing that we couldn't do yet was the taking, however many big, huge piles of grass clippings and leaves, we couldn't do that. That has to be hauled away. So I'm guessing Hodgen Landscape is who was hired to truck off those enormous piles of leaves and grass and stuff.
Okay.
And that's for it's like the pre-winter cleanup,
The very
so
last.
that we don't
Right.
have problems with people slipping on wet leaves. So I think that's all that was.
Yes.
I'm glad I had that figured out, Ms. Beal.
That's-
Okay.
No more questions?
Okay, so, if there's no more, we've already got did we do the motions, Pam?
Yep.
Okay,
We just-
so I will call for the vote. Rich?
Yes.
I'm a yes.
Yes.
Sue, 3-0. All right, so the next one is December 1st to 31st. And it is 6 pages as well. Oh, no, wait a
3
minute.
pages. December.
Oh, we don't, okay. 3 pages, sorry. Okay. So let's look at that. This state aided property insurance, I know we're gonna discuss that later, Pam. If you know, that's for a year.
That is my understanding, yes.
Okay. Okay, can I get a motion, Rich?
Okay, I'll make the motion. We accept the warrant report from December 1st to December 31st of 2025.
Sue, can I get a second?
I'll second.
Wonderful. Any discussion on this warrant report for December?
Nothing?
Nothing.
I have nothing. So I'll call for the vote.
Yes.
And I'm a yes, and Susie, yes, 3-0. Wonderful. So the treasury report is not a votable item. Michael Kane, our fee accountant, went through the one for December briefly and explained it. Does anyone have any further questions on the treasurer's report? We have November and December treasurer's report. Michael went through December's. So do we have any further questions? Say on November's or anything like that?
None for me, no.
I have nothing. Okay,
I have
so
nothing.
we can move along. Michael already discussed the quarterly
We need a
reports.
vote.
And we do need a vote. So, Rich, can you make the motion for quarterly reports
I'll make the motion. We accept the quarterly report.
for,
Program 400-1.
say that,
Say that again, I'm sorry.
400-1.
Oh, all right. 400-1.
Do we need to
No,
say
there we
the
go.
date?
There we go.
You can say quarterly ending 12/31/2025.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
And I'll second.
I thought that.
Perfect, okay. Any further discussion on the quarterly reports?
No, none for me.
Nothing.
And I have nothing, so I will call for the vote. Rich?
Yes.
I'm a yes, Susie, yes, 3-0, perfect. Let's move on, we're down to property management. So unit vacancy report, under the tab property management. So if you just wanna look at the unit vacancy report, now this one is till November 13th. So it's as of November 13th, that really doesn't show us 3 months worth of unit
January
vacancies.
13th,
I'm sorry, what
Yeah.
did I say?
November.
Okay, November 13th. So, I'm sorry, January 13th, I don't know. This is, doing 3 months at a time is kind of hard, but. Anybody have any questions? Looks like we only have 2 vacancies as of January 13th. We have 2 vacancies in Golden Court, 4 vacancies in Burke Way. But we already know that as of January 13th, we already know that, is it 2 of those units in Burke Way have been under renovation? And the.
One is completed,
But,
renovation.
but it wasn't completed as of January 13th.
7th. It's still, well, it will still show vacant because it has not been,
That's what I'm saying.
right.
Yeah,
So
so,
it will still be on the vacancy report
Right.
until we actually lease someone out.
exactly. So, and then the other 2 need renovation, is that what I'm understanding?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah, that's
So-
what my understanding was as of last meeting. So those, one of them's ready to be rented out or leased up, but 3 more are still gonna be in process. 2 of them will be in process for a while, right? And nothing we can do. And it doesn't count against us with EOHLC because they're the ones that said, you gotta fix this problem, right? So it doesn't count against us. So Golden Court, we have 2 vacancies as of January 13th.
Yes.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Do we know about, do you know anything about those 2 units? Do they need to be renovated or fixed up?
I do believe they are working on them, I'm not sure.
Okay. So maintenance is working on them, but they're not like total gut jobs or renovations or anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Tenants account receivable report. That wasn't,
This is an older one.
yeah,
It was for the January meeting.
yeah, and he, Michael Kane already reviewed that in his report, so we don't need to dig into that anymore. So now we are down to facilities. There's a memo update on the capital projects under facilities. It's the first page. Okay, so the only 2 things is a unit in Burke Way that is, I think that's that unit, and
The
it's gonna,
107 is the one
Yeah.
that you're voting on.
yeah. We are not supposed to mention unit numbers, just so to keep away the people who might come squat. So Golden Court door replacement, that's the second update. And I think I've already mentioned that. We do know kind of the start date will be toward the end of April. And weather is gonna be an issue. That could slow things down, you know, because You can't take off people's back doors when there's a snowstorm. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions about the capital report?
Oh,
We'll move on to work orders. So we have, I believe, 3 months of work order reports. And I still can't say enough about our maintenance team and how quickly almost everything is getting completed. And I haven't heard any tenant complaints about this maintenance team. Have you heard anything, Sue?
No.
They're just doing a great job. Okay, any other questions about the work order reports? No. Okay, now we're to some votable stuff. So I'm gonna have Pam walk us through that. Certificate of substantial completion or final completion or whatever. We've had some changes in our documents. So
This is just, the one that I gave you today is just the additional.
the additional.
Pretty much the
Okay.
same as what you have in your packet.
Mm-hmm,
It's for the, project 117086.
okay.
And it's for, we need a vote for the substantial completion as well as the final completion.
Okay, so Rich, would you like to say those words?
no.
No, okay. Okay,
You do it.
okay. I am going to try to slowly put all those words
There you go.
together. Okay, let me get back to it. So, I move that we approve the certificate of substantial completion and final completion for VUI project number 117086. Don't say the unit number for safety reasons. Is that an acceptable motion?
Yes.
Rich, I'm gonna make you do the second.
I'll do the second.
Okay, discussion, Sue,
Nothing?
Rich?
Nothing.
I have nothing either. So I'll call for the vote.
Yes.
I'm a yes?
Yes.
Sue? Wonderful, pass 3-0. Are there signatures you're looking for? No signatures required. Okay,
And then next is the admin fee that needs to be voted on.
okay, then, and do I have a,
Yep, you should have it. It should be right after, yeah. You just,
it's this one?
nope, the other one. Turn the next page. Looks like this reads.
Okay. Aha! Okay, so this is the administrative fee for VUI project 117086. We have these every time we have, especially capital projects or other projects. The organization, whatever it is, the business that is managing the project and going through lots of work is EOHLC. I believe it's 10%, isn't it, of the project? So the final cost of the initial contracted cost of the project, they get a 10% administrative fee for doing the burden of the work, and it's not that kind of work is not included in a management agreement. So if we want Amherst Housing Authority to do all the work of managing our capital projects and larger projects, we need to pay them so they can, what they do is turn it over and hire staff or buy equipment that facilitates the efficiency of their work. So I will make the motion that we approve the 10% management fee to Amherst Housing Authority on the original contract of $119,058 for project 117086. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
I'll second it.
Okay, Sue spoke first, Sue gets the second, and discussion. Rich?
Did you put any amount we have to pay?
The amount is right down here, the invoice total.
Okay, so
$11,000.
$905.80,
Yep.
yeah. Any discussion? Rich?
No?
I have nothing. Sue?
Nothing.
Then I'll call for the vote. Rich?
I'll say yes.
I'm a yes.
Yes.
And Susie, yes, that's 3-0. God, everybody wants to get out for lunch today. Okay. Now we're down to board correspondence. Oh, Lord. Okay, so EOHLC required board training. We've been given the how to log into the new LHA board member training, and so this is how to be a board member. I took that training, whatever, last year, I think it was about this time. It is not easy. It's like, I can't even remember how many hours, but it's hours and hours of training. You have to take it every 2 years. And we have board members who have not yet taken that training. It's due. So here's the public housing notice that requiring board members to take the training. And so for our own self-edification and compliance, we need to get that done. For board members who struggle with accessing it for whatever reason, Pamela has said multiple times, give her a call. She'll either assign, probably,
There's also, on that one right here, you'll see it gives you the contact,
Yeah.
tech support, and it gives you the email address, which
Yeah.
will help you get into it also.
yes, I even availed myself of that last year. So this needs to be done, and what I was saying was Pamela has enthusiastically offered to set up board members who struggle with this kind of tech, dealing with this kind of tech. She'll assign someone to help you through it. They would come here and help you get through that. So that's all that we need to say about that. The information's there. Okay, commissioners, discussion.
About this particular subject.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to do this. Where do we write that in at?
That would be under commissioners' discussion. I thought.
Okay, good. So we're okay.
Yeah.
Get back here to mine.
Is that when you vote?
Right. Okay. So, so let's go ahead and do the Massachusetts State Aid Property Insurance Program Participation Agreement. You got a copy of that this morning? So this is, EOHLC has a state-aided property insurance program. All housing authorities, state-aided housing authorities use this insurance company. It's not like we can go shopping for different insurance. So that was that 15,000 something, I believe, that we approved. And hopefully for a year. We didn't get an invoice, so I don't really know. So, so we have to vote to agree to this contract or participation agreement.
It's something new that
Yeah.
EOHLC is requiring
Yeah,
that the board now vote on.
yeah. So
So if they're
I
required,
I move that we agree to participate in the Massachusetts State Aid Property Insurance Program, and sign, we sign? Yeah, sign, looks
Yeah.
like the chair has to sign
Chair.
Yeah.
the participation agreement. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
So, guess we have to.
It's like, not like we get a choice here, people. Sue, you're okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
So if there's no further discussion, call for the vote. Rich?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Sue?
Yes.
Done. And then I can sign this thing and hand it to you, right?
Yeah, and I will bring it.
You want me to just sign my copy, or do you have a copy you want
I
me to
have, you
sign?
can sign this one if you want.
Okay.
Because I have the motion and
Oh, okay,
the
great.
vote on the first page.
Okay.
And I'll put that right on Pamela's desk.
She will be so happy. Almost to
Thank you very much.
2025, so, all right. Now, future meetings will be April 28th at 11 a.m. and also July 28th at 11 a.m. We had already agreed on those at past meetings. So we're down to, oh, by the way, in July, I guess we'll determine whether or not we'll continue this quarterly format. We'll have to have a discussion about that with July's meeting. And we'll have to vote on, I mean, if we vote yes, we're gonna have to change our bylaws. Because this was a one-year pilot project of quarterly meetings. Okay, so just be ready for that discussion come July, at which time we will also be having final deliberations on the management agreement and voting on the management agreement. So that's gonna be an intense meeting because we got two big things to discuss. Items for future agenda. Sue, I believe you had something. I can't quite remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
You wanted to bring up about separating the, I have to find the exact wording. Wait a minute. With the invoices.
We already voted on that. That's not part
That
of
was
the
the
future
one.
agenda.
She
Yeah.
brought something about.
But
the-
did we
We
have to
already
do it in
voted on
front
it.
of Pam now?
No,
Okay,
we've already voted on it.
all right.
Did she ask about the air conditioning or something?
Yes,
Okay, so for next quarter's agenda,
I can give you a quick update of
Oh,
what I
good.
know about it.
okay, great.
I know Pamela did look into them and she was not able to get them this year. That's why they
Well,
were not purchased this year.
I think she said that in either October or November. She just can't find a vendor with a reasonable price. And that
yes, they're
fits.
very hard
Yeah.
to find.
Very hard to
and
find.
she did mention the fact that because so many people have different sizes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
makes it even.
Okay,
But she did look and we
Mhm.
just were not able to.
okay, so I'm gonna say for a future agenda, we'll continue to ask about the AC covers because she'll probably when the season's approaching, she'll maybe be able to source them somehow. So we'll just keep asking about it so it's not forgotten, because some things get forgotten. The other thing would be refrigerators. Have we started that process? Has she found a vendor?
We have our vendor, but we have not had to buy
Right,
with any.
okay,
So the only time you'll get an update as far as the refrigerators go is when we actually
need them,
need one and purchase one. Then
Right,
we'll let you
right.
know.
okay. Any other items for future agenda?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, so we'll be asking about, for a future agenda, if you could let Pamela know, we'd be asking about the advertisement for Board of Commissioner members. She was gonna get back to us about that in January, but because of what was going on with the snowstorm, we had to reschedule and it got left off of this agenda. So I wanna know, and I'm sure the rest of us do, has that ad been placed and all that kind of stuff? I've seen no warrant, it's not in the warrant report for paying for it, so I assume it's not been done and we need to get on that. Rich wants to retire.
He retired 3 times.
I know, it's true.
3 retirement
I don't
parties.
believe Pamela wants to let him go.
What are you
We
gonna
just
do?
don't wanna let him go.
Pamela's not here.
Okay, let's see, we've already done the meetings, the AC code, okay. I've already mentioned the management agreement, that will be, we need to put that on next quarter's agenda, because we've only got 1 quarterly meeting before we vote. So we need to, I think for April's meeting, we need to carve out some time to have whatever discussions necessary about the management agreement. Because we need to discuss it the meeting preceding the vote. And of course, the vote won't be till July, but that's the next quarter meeting. Okay. We also need to put on the agenda to check back in about the annual and the semi-annual trainings required by either state law or the EOHLC. And that'd be ethics, open meeting law, and the EOHLC board member training. Okay, so we will need to, at the next quarterly meeting, discuss the performance management review, the PMR. We've already received the PMR in our email by Evelyn at EOHLC, but we need to, I think, discuss it. So I'm going to ask for that to be on all these things on April's agenda. Some of these have been pushed aside for staffing and weather and other reasons, too full of an agenda, but we need to get to this. Even though we're down to quarterlies and it takes a long time, we need to get to these things. Does that spur any thoughts about any other?
Not at the moment.
No. We don't have any members of the public here. Can I get a motion to adjourn?